Checking my audios. Checking my audios. Doing another check here real quick. Doing another check. Check. 1, 2, 3. Am I here? Yes. Cool. This all works. It wasn't working earlier. Hopefully it's working now, and I hope there's no audio feedback. I'll deal with the echo, but I hope you guys don't have an echo. So let me check real quick. Switch my screen. And my other camera decided to crap out. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, cool. There we go. Got that. But I don't have. Every time. I think everything works. Yeah. Yes. No. Maybe so. Comments. See what's going on, if any. Here we go. Let's start with the top. Oh man, I haven't seen you in a while. East Carolina Drones, Hellies, and Planes. Good to see you again, man. We got Diller in here. What's up, man? Let's see. None of them aircraft, for sure. Nice. Oh, I have that for you. Got to get a little ready. I'm a little rusty this morning. Yeah, I can get this going. I promise. I got a weird audio going on my end, so I got to still check on what you guys are saying. What's up, Steve? It's good to see some regulars here. Of course, I've got my entourage, which is Rue. Where are you at, Rue? Almost lunchtime for you. That's right in for me. Yeah, it's lunchtime. Need to go to the usual sheets and pick up myself a sandwich. Dilla writes, yo, Rue, did you find your wing? I'll let him answer that one. It's the gong show. All right. Throw into the tots. Yeah, a little splash of laugh there for Steve. Trying to be funny ass. Let me check this real quick. All right, it's working. It's working. It's working. Let's think of Anakin in the pod. It's working. All right, anyways. Flash light. I'm a little carried away with these buttons to fire me up, I guess. Let's see what we got going on. We got 60 guys in the house. Thank you for tuning in. We're continuing our build on this TBRC SOS Spec. And we got here Rue, not yet, Dylan. Spent last night messing with Shelby on a nano track. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. We have a little, all that Q&A going on here. Let's see what else we got. Well, good luck finding it. That's exactly what he's going to need. Is a lot of damn luck.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he has a lot left to get that. What's up, Atlanta? Good to have ATL up in the house. Little Chuck. Make this a show one way or another. I don't need Thanks, Diller. Oh. We got the little odds here somewhere. Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh. Well, it's good. Thanks for tuning in again today to another daily live where we work on, I don't know, whatever happens in the shop, I guess, right? Let's see. Today we are working on the SOS Spec, and I'm going to give you updates on equipment that I've got or I've received. So we'll slide over here to the main cam over here. We'll just kick things off. Say hello to everybody, so we're just going to move on. A little hungry today. And really PO'd at this damn microphone and this audio. Love my computer. Having a hard time getting it to work right versus with all this software that I have to run to do these live streams. Anyways, where do we start? Well, let's start where we finished yesterday, which was what? Oh, INAV. INAV. So I guess we'll slide back over here to the little screen. We did the INAV last night. We worked on 3.0.1, right? I believe that's the one. So let me backtrack. When I left you all yesterday, if you were watching, kind of boring at the end, Marty came in here and started showing me some crap and it sidetracked me. To say the least, it sidetracked me. I screwed up the pins. and I had to redo everything. So I got them back 90% there. Drew will say otherwise, but they worked. But anyways, it really set me back at least almost 2 hours to do that. To be honest, it sucked. But anyways, we got it all flashed. We got put 3.0.1 on there, the latest iNav. We put the flashed with firmware for the 722 WPX. Got that firmware on there. It's nice. I like the updates. I definitely like the updates. I definitely like the way iNav looks now. Well, of course, we've been running old iNav 2.5, I think, something like that. Just because the boards we were using, I think that's something like that to that extent. But either way, seemed to work. And then we ran into compatibility issues with the ESC. Like I'm running Beehive Brian, who's on the show, who has Castle ESC here. So we got it all working. We got it all set up just like we normally do. Added the new features like the what was it? I think it was the airspeed. Which one was it, Drew, that we had? There were a couple of them in there that was really cool. So the auto tune, auto trim. There's a couple new features in there. It's great for long range. Yes. Damn it. Yeah, it's that Castle ESC is causing the issues right now, keeping me from going airborne, which really sucks. But anyway, this is just the way it goes. Let's see what Rue's writing right here. He's helping fill in the gaps here. I need to use my reflow station to fix that board, or some more heat and flux to get all that pins installed correctly. Listen to him. Oh, he's funny. I'm throwing this laughter. I need a lot of people laughing at me or laughing at you. It's me. And the point is, they're not all bad. It's just one rail was the rails that I did yesterday. I had to flip around and reverse. They're fine. The pins are fine. It's just the negative rail. And I don't really honestly want to screw with it anymore because I don't want to put any more heat on that and start screwing up with micro traces. And that's what I was concerned about to begin with. So just, make sure you're watching it when you're pinning these boards. Continuous auto trim. Here are the features: continuous auto trim, wind direction, auto tune, etc. They all seem to look really cool. We haven't really got to test them out yet. Just the fact that they're even there is great. Will help us do what we're doing with this long range bird / small frame. Let's see. So we went all the way to getting it to spool out. We couldn't get the servos to work right, so we had to change parameters. Got the servos to work. Then we had to work on the ESC because we couldn't get the motor to work. So we finally got the motor to work. We had to call Abba up. He helped us out. So Abba's on the show as well. And called Abba, did a video call, walked us through it, got us up to where we needed to go, back to where we were 4 weeks ago, which is running the damn iNav. I don't know what it is, but I'm having timing issues of some sort that won't stop the motor from stuttering. Now, we have ran all kinds of ESCs, and I'm praying to God, because they arrived today. Believe it or not, they arrived today. I'm going to pause that one. The ESCs are going to be here today. ESCs are coming today. The ESCs, and I'm going to race them, get them here. This might not be that long. We'll see how this is. I'm going to go get those ESCs, and then I will come back to the shop. And matter of fact, I can go check. Let's watch the theme song here to find out whether or not they have arrived. So go find out. I'm going to go check real quick. I'm waiting for these ESCs to get here. So in hopes that this is going to bypass all this stuttering with the motor, because it's really annoying. And I can't. Castle's ESCs, if you've ever worked with them before, they have a really different way of stick programming. Like if you're used to stick programming ESCs in RC planes, traditional, I guess you would call it ESC with Beck, you can stick program. Well, with the Castle ones, not so much. I mean, you can, but it's totally different. It's another language. Oh, something got delivered. Oh, let me see. Let me make sure. I might have been reading that wrong. Hold on, let me check again. Check one more time. Sorry, a little slow today. I'm tired. Last night wore me out. We sat there for hours sitting on the damn thing. And survey says, yes, ESCs have arrived. Yay. Christ, this is over. We're going to go ahead and get those ESCs here a little bit later today. And then I'll be able to come back here again. Oh, a lot of driving ahead of me. And then I got another package coming. This should be everything. Oh yeah, and that's finally. Tell him what you want. Oh, holy shit. Not only did you get an iX20 there, Mr. Shelby, but you have to wait for 12 more days to get that cable that's going to arrive today. That's what it says, according to FedEx. Yes. Holy hell, I get to finally turn this damn thing on and use it with my Crossfire and fly with it. That's all I've been wanting to do. Oh, amen, man. I can't tell you how frustrating it is. Beyond frustrating. That you get that. I just didn't get the dongle. I mean, it just baffles the mind. But either way, I leave it there. All right. So, anyways, it arrives today. ESCs are here already at the house, so I'm gonna go get those. I'm gonna drop them into the Nano, and hopefully that should solve everything. Should be able to flash the ESC, get it all up to date. You do like it's because it's a multi-rotor AC, right? This is for an X-class frame. 5 amp. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which VLHeli did we get? Oh, here we go. He's going to go back here. Let's go back up to what he's chatting about here. He's typing away. He's feverishly typing away because he's on break. Let's see. The entire ground rail is foobarred. Yeah, whatever. It's not. You even tested it. It's not foobarred. It just looks bad. I can fix it properly. I know you can. He's going in back to my install. All pins to the damn board. And moving on, one long starter flow. Yeah. 6-volt jumper. Yeah, I forgot about that. So my servos wouldn't work. And the remedy on that one, we're going back to the board, right? 722. There's a 6-volt jumper on the back. I knew where it was. Just completely spaced it out. And I had to take it out real quick. Jumped them. Bam, servos were good. I do remember that. Ruse right here, VLHeli 32, ESC, and D-Shot protocol, and things should run smooth. Yes, that's the anticipation. If you're not discussing that will solve the problem. I have not had issues with stuttering at all, neither on my VLHeli 32 or my Rox ESC. I don't know what it is, man. It's going to be to this point where it is the motor. But I don't know how it's the motor when I've ran it on other ESCs. Fine. Completely fine. I really just think this stutter or this stage that we're at right now, the ESC is, first of all, hasn't been calibrated properly once. We finally figured that out. Abba told us how to do that. We didn't know. The directions, we've read them, but the directions for the Castle ESC were not clear. Okay, I'm not dogging on them. I'm just stating the fact. They just weren't clear. It wasn't an easy step-by-step. It was like 5 ways to do it all in one paragraph. Like, break that shit down in bullet point. Make it easier for the end user, okay? So they can go through the steps and get it done properly. And people can say, Shelby, you're overreacting. No, I'm being honest. You got to carry the lowest denominator. It's fine. You want to use me as that case study, then that's fine. But you need to have it where it's just step-by-step, very easy, and stick to what we've all industry standard. I mean, it's not necessarily an industry standard, but we've had standard ways of programming with sticks for decades. There's no reason why we can't just stick to the old and screw that new way, because that new way is forced. It's just really bad. It's like stick it halfway, then all the way up, and then halfway down, then halfway up. I'm like, no, just up and down. It's just an on and an off. All you got to do, right? On, off, period. 1, 0. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I think it was that's good to see Omega in the house. We'll go ahead and splash a little applause on there, just because I feel like it's deserving of that for sure. Stuttering is a timing issue, and that's exactly what I thought it was. Clear as mud instructions with the castle. Told you, it's not just me. It's legit. Hey, they're great ESCs. Don't get me wrong. They seem to be great ESCs. Just don't make them so damn complicated. Just keep away. I mean, especially with just stick programming. I think we can all do it. We've done a million of them. We've been flying these RC aircraft. We've all used that normal stick command. Keep it that way. But anyways, I'll get off that little rant and move on. All right, so we did all that last night. We worked on it for 2 hours. Yeah, so we didn't even fly. I think it was almost 2.5 hours, I think. It was a while, but we're at a stage now when we swap out the ESC today, we're good to go. So we'll move on to what else I've got for the aircraft that we're working on. So this is yesterday's package that arrived. Make sure I don't show up my address and whatnot. So I got another Caddx Ratel. Let me go ahead and open this bad boy up. 5 versions of a show in one show, an unboxing, builds, Pit Chat FPV. Oh my God, it's almost like it was a show like we used to do. Called the Trump. Still gonna do the show. All right, so we got another Caddx Ratel. I think the audio feedback I'm getting. You guys aren't getting it. Typical unboxing, local Caddx material inside. I got the only one I could find, honestly. I don't like to have my FPV cameras all black. I like to have some color. I like to have like a neon color, or red at the minimum. Orange is the best to me, obviously. So, much easier when these things pop off or anything like that. They're much easier to find. I'd say much easier. A better chance of finding them. The OSD board. This is the Ratel, obviously the latest one they have out. So not much more to go over on this one. I actually like these cameras. They're not as good as the V1s, unfortunately. V1s were much better at night. That was literally that was the best camera. So give it a good second. 1200 TBL. We all know the data on these. Not a read back real quick, just to make this unboxing that much better. Caddx Ratel 2, color black, lens 2.1, 4.369, 1200 TBL, and we know the rest, right? And takes wide range of it. So, where is this going? I don't know. No thank you. I thought I needed it, but I actually didn't really need it. I need the lens. I didn't actually need that. All right, this is that's going back. Actually, that's a good bet from my buddy Kyle. So we got right here from Alex. Another should be the Pro. Yeah, there it is. The Ion LHCP left-handed Ion. So the Ion Pro, which will be going on the airframe that we were working on the other day and last week, Super Spec. So the Super Spec, and we'll get to some other things in bits and pieces here. So what else did we get? Came in the box already, but I was screwing around with it this morning before we went live, which is my TBS, or I got the TBS, the Unify Pro 32 5.8. Yeah. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. That fitting. On that, with the Ion Pro, go on here. I was just trying to figure out where I wanted to put it. I haven't used this in TX actually. Do something to that effect. And then that was it. That's all that came in that package. So cool with that. Yay. I don't have my blog button. It's not handy. I'm going to pull it up because it feels weird without it. Yes. That's what I got yesterday. So going on to today. So today I started to get bits and pieces together, right? I took some servos that I had on a previous airframe. That's good to go. It hasn't flown in a while. But anyways, using the 7020s from Spectrum. I've used these forever. They're great servos. Are they good as the other ones that I've been raving about? Nope. But I can't get them right now, so I got to use what I've got. So good servos. And then I was going to show you what I do for my push rods. It's really not that complex. But either way, I'll talk about that in a minute. To the side, and then we got the Nano R, the TBS's receiver with the adapter on there. Because this is naked, there's gonna be no flight controller in it. Then all the rest of all the linkages and everything is set it up on my Elevons, and we're good to go. We're almost there. Plus the ESC and the Bex right there. So that means yes, we're really yes. I'm not gonna say anything like I said. It's probably be next weekend. But I'm not going to promise that it's going to be this weekend. I'm just going to say I got to verify that all the parts are at the house. they're all at the house for sure. Well, I just got to get everything in there. Gonna pull that back here in a minute. But anyways, good to go on that. Yes, cool, awesome. Checking the chat, see what Rue's probably written a Bible by now. I see there's Reedy in the house. What's up, Reedy?
Oh, yes.
Reedy applause. All right, let me check in. See what we got going on. That is why I love the the 32 ESCs. They have a nice software where you just plug it in and they all are the same. I agree with you. No, not denying that. You need to get the programming cable for the capsule. Yes, I know. I understand. It's not my ESC though, so I'm not going to go invest money into that. I'm in the doghouse now because of it. Well, you know, kind of am too. So he's talking about last night. We kind of PO'd our wives. We didn't mean to piss them off, but we took so long, you know, doing what we were doing, being dorks. That yeah, they kind of got agitated. That's why we were out for way too long. But we're just sitting in the damn parking lot. Cops even came by. Hey guys, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And we're like, yeah, we're doing fine. You know, they see us so many times out there. I'll trade you red for a black. That's fine. Good, sweet. Bring on. V1 lens is different. V2 lens, VL lens is blah blah blah. Okay, they're describing the differences between the two. Aptera camera is shit. Swap it out. It's not shit. This is Rue, man. It's just the lens. Man, you would have been great for me. Job I was doing. Yo, what's up, everybody? There's Reedy. Just walking in here. What's up, Nerd Live? There we go. That's right. And what's up, Reedy? There we go. They're having their Reedy and Rue are just so I can hit the button. They're having a special time when two wing pilots get together. I don't even say the wing pilots, just FPV pilots. Start establishing themselves a nice little bromance. Oh, yeah. All right, it's good to have soundboard back, too. All right, so where I left off yesterday, we already talked about, and then we were also doing the day before that, we were working on this frame, right? We did a little bit of yesterday as well. She's done. She's glued. She's ready for lamination. But before we go to lamination, I'm going to switch gears. So I want to go back over the spec. I do want to show, or maybe do I wait on that one? I'm trying to think. Well, I do have to cut it, yeah. So let me do something real quick. I got to cut this little sleeve. This is for my push rods on my Super Spec. I need to cut these, or just this one. Going to make this a big ordeal and be like, hey, let me show you how I cut this. Not very much. But what you're going to do is when you're using these, when your push rods get longer, okay, and you're using like for 40 rods or whatever, they are pretty rigid, but they will flex. To prevent the flex, get these carbon tubes. Most of your hobbies, you can buy this crap online too, but get this tubing, right? This carbon fiber tubing, and then sleeve it, if you will, over your just sleeve it over your push rods like that, right? I already measured this before. I measured this before I went live. So leave a little gap right there. Just gotta throw some images on, put it down. It's probably had to get trimmed again before I put final placement, and then cap the end there with the other piece. Which I think yeah. This for right now. There's more to it. You also want to cut some shrink tubing and sleeve it as well. Putting all that together, so I'm using pieces. It's going to take a couple hours for sure to put this all together right here. Get the electronics in properly. I honestly did not plan on doing that today, but now that the parts are looking like they're arriving, shit might change that. doing with that. All right, so back to this son of spec. I got to get parts for this. Anthony was in the chat the other day. He put up a list. I need to screen grab that, go back and watch it and screen grab it and order the parts for it. But I do know for a fact we'll get an Emax ESC on here. So I think it's a 1406 motor on here as well to match that 35 amp ESC. I'm going to use the Cadix Ant, right? It's for my cam. VTX, I don't know. I really don't know what VTX I'm going to use in this thing yet. We'll see. And that's about it, right? And then battery selection was 650, 800s or something like that. That's it. And then props were 4-inch props, 4.1 by 4.1. Remember that. What we can do today, we can do some more lamination, some Q&A. Yeah, I'll swap the lens, but I'm not going to throw away the cam. I can see you guys in the chat up there. So, it's going to get a little funky right here. That's where that is piss poor right there. Pretty PO'd about that, to be honest. But this is going to be my little bitty basher. All right, let's find what kind of laminate I'm going to put on there. Love it, love it, love it, love it. He gave lamb. He gave me lamb. Same as we did the other day. I'm not going to change it up other than just going to go. Not too concerned about wrinkle. I mean, I am. I'm not going to compete with this thing. This thing's going to be pounded on. I wonder if I should put. You know what? I'm going to forego the tape. Should I go right? I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Should this have some tape on it? At least on the leading edge. What says you? What says you, chat? Let's go talk to chat. I'm going to call it chat now. Just going to call it. What's up, chat? Instead of chat, it's going to be chat. Chat. No one probably knows that reference. It's an 80s reference. Moving on, let's see. Ruse. There we go. Some more bromancing going on right there. Swap the lens then. I just said I would. I know this is delayed. I still the H71177s. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. If it works, right? When my push rod, I hate it when my push rod flexes. Nice. Hey, Reedy coming in with the knowledgeable, my quick 1 second movie reference. I'm not stealing anybody's fucking mojo, Ken. A 1 second movie reference. All right, so soliciting the small crowd that I have, which is fun. Small is better. We can be more personal. You all have been dictating which way we go with these builds, so I'll give a little more input here from you guys, or get some. Tape the leading edge. This is gonna, remember, smaller the frame, weight starts to really matter. Okay, so I'm okay either way. We can either do one way or another is going to get done, which is going to be either I use tape or I do the method that I was talking about the other week when we did the leading edge on the Super Spec, which is reinforcing the leading edge with multiple layers of laminate. So there's your two options. I mean, I can get really crazy with the tape. I mean, I'm just saying, it's adhesives, the fiber. Again, it's adhesive with cross fibers. No, but you can't go wrong with that kind of adhesive. You can pull it out any length you want, short, long. I mean, shit, you can probably construct a house using that tape. It's fine tape. All right, moving on. Until I'm bored here, right? No, it doesn't show through the show at all. All right. All right, so we got one for yes, reinforce it. If it's a basher, I would reinforce that edge a little more. I am one who overbuilding stuff. Yeah, me too. I mean, I like that stuff to last. Tape that thing up, he said. Definitely reinforced, says Reedy. All right, Steve and Reedy and all kinds of people are saying tape or tape later when you. Sorry, I had to I should have known that was coming. I should prepare for these kind of moments of the. We're going to get a couple splashes. Tape now or later when you crash. Glass fiber. I'm not going that route. That's a hell no. That is no.
Oh yes.
No. We're not going on glass fiber mat and e-box. No, I'm not doing I'm not doing all that. Are you crazy? It's still just nonsense. +1 for Rue. All right, so I guess taping it shall be. All right, so we're gonna do a tape. We're gonna do the way I've been doing it forever and ever. We're gonna turn this into a little basher. All right, so the one major problem I have right now is I do have a little part of the nose, the top part when we started. Didn't get quite down deep enough, and therefore this one sparse sticking up right there, right where I don't want it to be. So just like I said the other day, I don't build like this anymore, like typically, because RiteWing's products are pre-cut. This isn't a dig. I'm just stating the facts. The facts are I've gotten accustomed to flying a little or building a little on the easier route, right? I'm not saying it's you put a lot of detail on when you build it like this with your hands and lining everything out, and there's nothing wrong with that because you really get into the frame. That being said, I did the top and done it for a while, so there's the problem. Like if you don't do something for a while, you're going to get rusty at it, and you can come back and go, you know, if I can nail that right away, bullshit. No, you can't. There's proof, right? So practicing a certain technique over and over and again, you'll become proficient at it. You take a break from it and you come back, don't expect the way you were when you left. When you come back, you're going to be at that same standard. You're probably going to be left. Goes for racing, goes for a lot of things. So, including building. So, there you go. All right. Let me go get the tape out of its shrine. And its golden hall. Decorated with calves and cows, and golden cows. But yeah, let me go get it real quick. Enjoy this one brought to you by Jeopardy theme song. Be right back. How many times? How many times was it? Shit. I even moving. I was going through my head. I was listening to the song in my head. But I'm back and I brought myself and you all. All right, again, it's the tape that I keep bragging about and talking about all the time. It's this stuff. It's the Scotch. Okay, once and for all. Scotch strapping hacking tape. Extreme. I don't have an echo, otherwise, but extreme. We were running out there, Rue. You need to go buy some more. I paid you for this roll. And I'm not lying. I hope I have enough. Small wing, we're not going to use a lot, okay? We're just going to do the leading edge. Going to be taking the most impact, obviously. One strip. I'm going to tape over my blemish right here. Throw caution to the wind. And I'm also going to do one more step. I'm going to spray this thing. I want to put a little glue on this. Real quick, just a little. Just a spritz. All right, so very, very lightly. I'm kind of moving along. So I just put a couple spritz of this, the N390, just a little bit. I want the glue to stick. I want the stuff. Oh, I gotta do my quick sand. I'm gonna do that real fast. Remember the other day we had just sanded a little bit rough? Just want to get a little bit. I want to get some of it. All right, that's it. I'll do the hand. So. Oh, come on now. I'm going halfway. Oh, hands. Screen just like the laminate that we did the other day. All right, you want to make sure that when you're rolling it over, it's not putting a lot of tension on this tape either, right? Put some, little. You want to fear the taco. You fear the taco. All right. Just a little bit of tape. This is going to add some weight for sure. There's no doubt about it. Got to be very. All right, just trimming it so that tape will lay flat. So you just cut little relief cuts, brush relief cuts. Wherever it buckles, just cut that little piece, 1/4 inch. Okay, and it'll lay flat. It'll overlap a little bit, and that's how you get it to lay flat. Yeah. All right, we'll do the other side. That's it. I don't think you can take any more. Like, what this is going to be. Got to survive parking deck batches. All right, it's going to be going in a parking deck. I got plans for this little boy. We're going to be doing some stuff. It didn't sound good at all. So let me rephrase that. I got plans for this little frame. Going to be doing some stuff. Throw that in there. I know I can hear everybody. Yeah. All right. Yes, I get it. A little slow. All right, rolling it back over like I did on the other side. That's good. There we go. Looks nice. All right, solid. Just get more solid and solid and solid. If you want a nice, getting there. All right, so we're gonna do the same method that we did the other day. I'm gonna split them into halves. Get this one set to 3.5. Usually my target for my iron. Space here a little bit. This one back. All right. Drilling away over here. Got stuff over there. Even I care about me. All right. This iron always manages to find scraps. All right, just like the other day. Much smaller, so it's going to be technically go a lot quicker. Using the straight edge of the laminate as a cut, in essence, I'm like, okay, I might as well use that cut. It's the straightest cut right now. Yeah. Now, people would say, hey, Shelby, why don't you put some components in that thing first? I like to do the lamination first. And electronics last. Cut in everything. Make sure that I got one piece of laminate that truly went to frame, the entire frame. Okay. Set it aside. To be honest, we're a lot farther on this thing than I thought was. All right, no different than the other day. Use your helping hands. Use the tape. Now we're going to use a little painter's tape. Why? Because it sticks good to lamb, it sticks good to the foam for a moment. If you have any lamb on the frame, painter's tape does well, or other additional tape like this. That sticks good really well. And it peels off very easily. That's why I use it. All right, jam it with some heat. All right, this is the laminate that Anthony sends you in the kit. This is all pure kit. I think the spars are the same, so everything's kit. Trying to get all that opaque, cloudy out. Make sure it's as clear as, a little non-cooperation down here in the bottom part of my line. A little more heat than I was expecting. Okay, again, remember we're standing. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to check and pull this off before we get too deep. Let me just verify. Did kind of rush this. Where's my block at? So, take your block. Get your helping hands. Put a lot of pressure on there. Scuff it up a little bit more. I think it's the 60 grit, what I'm using right now. 60 and 150, right? Yeah. 60 and 150 grit. Roughen everything up a little bit so that this laminate will stick. I'm not using anything, right? I only use a little bit of glue, just a couple spritz on each side, and then I smoothed it out. In theory, I guess I could do the same thing right here, but I don't want to add any more weight. This is enough. It's not going to have that. I mean, we start weighing it down, and the more weight we put into it, the more inertia it's going to have, and more, then it's definitely going to start breaking. Right? So there's a nice balance there. All right. We'll check again. Looking down right here, making sure everything looks good. I'll check your messages in a minute. I see you guys are chatting. Unlike Mr. Ed Ricker on YouTube, I like to talk to the audience. Sooner or later, he's going to be in the chat. He's going to hear that. There's our friend, our blind buddy and friend. Make sure that it's scuffed up. Way to do it on this foam, this is very similar to drag foam. You want to take that sheen, get that sheen off, right? There's like a finish in a way. Get it to look a little more opaque. That's the word of the damn day, isn't it? Scuffing it up. We're not trying to shape the wing at all. We're just trying to stuff up the foam on that top layer. What you'll see is a little itty bitty fuzz. That's what you're gonna be looking for, right? Looks good. I'm so wanting to put some adhesive on here. I'm in an adhesive kind of mood. But I don't have the right one. I might. If I have the 77, I'll put it on. I do. I have some 77. Okay, got a little bit of 77. This is the alternative, right? So remember what I said. We're going to see how this goes. Yeah. I don't get it on the this deep, go all the way then. A little bit of both now. All right, let's just stick it on there. I swear to God, I'm going to stay on there now. I can just put it off real quick. You know, bench just a smidge. Sorry, I had to do some gluing. This method is also you have to be real pain in the ass. Now your brain will have to do that. Try out just a little bit. So what I did is I said, I have a can of 77, but it's clogging up. I need to drop that nozzle into rubbing alcohol and figure it out. Which I don't have any right now. So did one side and it was fine, so I just gently missed. But I ran out. It wasn't working, so I need to change. Adapt, overcome. So like, I don't want to use this, but I'm already in this deep. So 2 spritz each side, 2 thing, or each. So here, each fourth, if you want to call it that, I guess. And then I took my Bros sticker, an extra one I had. He gave me a whole bunch, and I used that as my spreader and just spread it real straight, right? And don't worry. For this frame, it's fine. We go ahead and elevate it right here. I'll let it dry. I will go ahead and check out. I'll see what you have to say, chat. Getting rustier after not doing something is what worries me when I get a girlfriend. It's natural on that end. Grind it with a Dremel. Yeah, screw it. Already down underneath the tape now. I ain't doing shit. That's the ticket. There you go. Palm sander all day. I agree. I mean, I got my little orbital there. I mean, it's fine. When we go get ready to do Ruben's frame, his Juggy, Brian bought one. Beehive brought one. It's here at the shop, and I need to build Ruben's frame. I haven't built Ruben's frame in years. I think it was a behemoth that I built for a buddy. So now I'll be able to build the Jug. So that'll be interesting. All right. I don't even remember what side of this damn laminate it was on. It was like this. And then back that up. And I recall, I was right over here. Over. All right. Just make sure everything curls over in the right spots. Should be good to go. Okay, good. Open hands. Oh, not left-handed. Do that every single time I build a wing. I do the same thing every time. My brain's like, we can fly upside down. Why the hell can we use 2 hands? So, that's how you do this. Touch it. Tack. Heat, because I don't know how much they have. going to tack it. Never just let your iron rest on your frame while you're contemplating anything. And one long stripe, swipe down. A little bit of tension, not much. Back to the middle. Circular motion if you can, best you can. You can see how much I'm pulling now. Not a lot. It's helping me get rid of any slack in there, right? You press your shirt or slacks, pants. Parents ever teach you how to iron? Same concept. It really is, to be honest. Like iron your shirt. If you're in the military, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Same thing. See if we get this lamb to go nice and settle nice and smooth. I'm hoping we don't have to tackle it with any of the heat gun. But I'm hoping we just get it laid flat first time and no issues. But we know laminate, it has a mind of its own. Trying to work with it. Same thing, bringing out the ledge. Hands again for yours again. Just like we did with the tape, we're doing now with laminate. Roll it over. Sure. All right, sorry about that. Roll it over. I'm pushing, resisting the push up, right? That's what this hand's doing. That's on top right now. There's my razor blade. So I'm using this one here. Break that off. So I'm using off those breakaway razors, right? You can get at a dollar store. Those are fine too. I mean, whatever strikes your fancy. As long as it's fresh cut, right? As long as it's fresh edge. Gotta have fresh edge. Butter nice. Need not apply here. Overlap this one a little bit. Remember, cut where it reaches the little apex. Lay it all flat. Come here. Keep. Around. Around here. Round it all. Okay, let's switch it around. Do the trailing edge. Stress, relief cut here. Helping hands once again. Like we talked about the other frame that we're doing on the Super Spec, you got to be careful on these edges that you don't sit around on these. Get it done, get it around, get it pulled a little tight, so it's nice and smooth. This is where your elevons are going to meet the frame, so you got to make sure the laminate turns this turn properly. Don't hang on that edge because you will warp the edge and you will then have a gap and the elevon will not sit flush. You got to be mindful of that. Yeah, and I went over that. Go with that beveled edge. I'm doing right now. It's nice and flush, real quick. Not hanging around. Rolling it underneath. flipping it over, using my hand real quick just to get this last bit of laminate here to the opposite side. That's all I'm doing real quick. Trim off any excess. Good. All right. I'm gonna look over my damage and see if I did a good job or not. No, we're gonna see. Spot right here. Okay, so all I'm doing right now is going back over it and making sure everything's laminated down properly. No gaps, no bubbles. Doing that all with the iron as best I can. Looks pretty good. Definitely gonna probably need a touch of the heat. Maybe a touch. We have a little bit of issue here. And then filling the lamination is an art all in itself. Okay, moving on. Next. I try to conserve as much as I can of this material. Helping hands again. Hold the laminate in place. Overlap the middle. Okay. Do a rough cut right here, and I'm having a hard time to get it to line up exactly where I want it. So rough cut here, and I'll trim all this down in a minute. I wanted to save as much as I could, but same as before. Nothing's going to change. Tap the middle right here. I'm going to pull a little bit down the opposite on the wingtip, a little. Slide down one good stroke. Okay. Decided to go this way this time. All right, help the hands in there. Still push there. Everything on my iron. Around. Making sure my iron doesn't get overheated. I don't warp my, so I've done it. little frame before because I wasn't paying attention. And this is an older one. It started knocking itself around. The next thing you know, it was like at maximum. And I ended up putting a dimple in my frame. Which is what you don't want to do. Along a little bit. Starting to set in now and how much damn driving I got to do. Go. Giving me a hard time. Trimming. I'm interested to see how rigid this thing turns out once we're done with it. The lamination process. I think it's gonna be kind of nice. Now I've been kind of quiet for a minute, but we're getting the zone here. See what happens when we go a little bit of zone. You gotta remember, hey, we're running a live stream, good shit. So apologize for that. Get a little dead air. Or I have the music playing in the background. It'd be cool to see how the 722 WPX starts running in that nano. God, I really hope it solves all the problems we've been having with it. It does what we want it to do. We know it can do. Know what it can do. Just, whoops. A little easier to cut. Much. Yep. All right, trailing edge. Right here. However, feel better. Okay. Trailing edge. And careful on these small frames when you're going to the edge like that. All these turns. More important to pay attention to that heat on your gun, on your lamp iron, make sure you're not jacking it up. A lot of this stuff's just trial and error, folks, to be honest with you. It's going to be making mistakes and then working on mistakes. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of a difficult time right here. There's a lower knot area. Gotta get on there. I'm gonna minus one. All right. Out. And add for sure. There we go. All right, let me see how it's getting. Oh man, that is getting nice. Oh yeah, very rigid, very rigid. Getting there. Over. A little organized right here real quick. plenty of laminate. To redo it if I need to. More than enough. Hot. Two. And his last. Same thing, you know, you could take your time when you're laminating, but just realize as long as you don't crease the laminate, you have an out. Like if you put it down wrong, it gets a little wrinkly, we're gonna get the wrinkles out, okay? Don't want it to curl. Here. Here. So positions. And one more last verification here. Same. Back down. Okay. Right there. Fix that. Come out from the middle and go out to your side, whatever your trailing edge or your edges are still to the leading edge. Go from the middle out, small little circles. Like ironing your shirt and go from the middle away. Alright. Now it's time to trim that. I'm just leaving about a half inch or so on top and bottom to overlap, right? So nothing on the edges, on the wingtips. Put that there. Okay. Trailing edge. Get that freshly cut in there. I'm in the zone, focusing. Let's try to keep getting better at laminating. It'd be a really pain in the butt. It is an artwork. It isn't just sticking it on there. And when done properly, it's so rigid. Seals up the whole damn frame, makes the damn 2x4. Put it on that edge. Flip it over. Over. Trailing edge. Got one more to go on this one. It applies. You want the trailing edge. Even if you're on the bottom like I am right now, you got to be paying good attention to your iron and that edge, making sure you're not hanging around. Okay, put wrinkles in there. Any names, Shelby. No. Right now, I'm just building according to the way I've normally built for years, so I'm just going to be totally against what Anthony does on his instructions, but we'll get to those. Like any other frame that you're going to laminate, same principle. No different than other manufacturers. Let's see what's going on this week. Are we going to Light Fest or something? Is that what's going on this weekend? Or soon or something like that? Yeah. Off the coast. I haven't been. One event I have not been to yet. Welcome, welcome. If you're there, I'll check chats here in a minute, but you're really not chatting much, so it's not warning me to get up off my fat butt and go and look. But I see someone and I'll see your chat, so I will acknowledge you. Today, I will see your chat. A few more chats, then I'll go over there and stop this. And nudge, me to take my break. And talk to the chat. Talk to that. All right, I feel like same chat. All right, last piece. Much easier to obviously laminate it in much smaller way. Make sure you're always overlapping your center, right? Just by there's the edge of the previous one, and this is the current edge, so it's about a 1 inch overlap. Got a lot of extra lam. Out of the laminate, after doing this is the laminate I have left over that comes in the kit. So easily enough to do 1.5. So do one whole frame, right? Out of the lam that Anthony provides in the kit, and then you have this much left over, and that's being fairly conservative about it, right? We're really trying to save these last two cuts, maybe just a little more. So I'm going to say you're at least going to be able to laminate one more time on the top, probably half on the bottom. So if you end up jacking it up really bad, you have enough laminate to go ahead and do it repair. You have enough to keep it alive. You know, that's the other thing. You want to make sure these frames, you know, a lot of people don't want to, you know, they don't have Hugo money. I know that's an inside joke. But, you know, crash it one time and then you don't want to touch it because you fear it's got the plague, right? You know, a lot of people are like me. I mean, I've met them. They, you know, stretch their dollar. They work hard for money. And they're trying to make it go as far as they can, so they want to make sure it lasts, you know, whatever it is. Whether it be a car, whatever, or in this case, their hobby. So, it's good to have a little extra lamb, right? Most companies do that anyways. You know, $50 fish probably. All right. I'm going to save this for sure. Okay. Get over there. I'm good. All right, good. Did the tape again and throw it out? Nope, I didn't. Boom. See some more chat, right? It's gonna warrant me coming over there and acknowledging chat, what chat had to say. Bear with me as I get this one part right here. Kind of dove into the water. Give you a minute. So again, do this on all your laminate you get, right? If you heat it up, like I'm doing right now, get it clear. Hey. Laminates are talking nice about you and you start doing shit like this. All right. Get to where it's clear. Back to go. Tack the center. Just one little tack right there. You're basically duplicating what the tape was doing. Okay. Just pour it here. Make sure you got enough weight over there to counter any slight pull that you're going to put in this. I'm not talking team, just to help you out a little bit. All right, that's all you're doing. Not a bunch of tension, just a teeny bit, just to help the lamb do what you need. And the same with those right here. Then you go from the middle and you come back to each leading edge. Try not to go back and forth, put back, front, back, front. Just stay on the front and then stay on the back. Okay. Work one side at a time. Work it in there. Try to adjust to get the wrinkles out as you go. Best you can. All right, get this out of here. I don't need this right here, so I'm gonna nice tight cut there on that one, and trim this up here. Come now. Stress cuts, stress relief cuts. All right, now I'm gonna roll it over. It's coming along, man. I'm getting kind of excited about this one. I know they kind of needled. They did kind of. They absolutely did needle me, but they needled me for good reason. I understand. Me and Anthony meant well, it's having fun. But to get this built done, right? I have had it for over 100 days. I think it's going to be a cool frame. I think it's going to be definitely a fun frame to toss around. What are you doing there? I know you're trying to act up on me, and that is not happening. It hates the tips, or I hate the tips right here. Everyone does that to me. Yeah, learn something. What? What's ranch? Get some learning. Get me some learning. Right? I'm always up for it. Building's not my favorite thing in the world by any means. There is some therapeutic aspects of building for sure. Any kind of art for that, things like that. All the way to the edge there. Iron, make sure it's not too hot. A little bit. This is an old iron. I've had it for, I guess, 10 years now. The one thing I bought from the hobby store that's actually lasted this $25 iron. Alright, so looking it over. Of course, spin it around. We do. Yeah, get on nice. And flop it over here. Damn you. Same thing. Alright, this time I'm going to use the X to help me out. I don't trim it yet. Use it to aid me into doing slight pulls on it. A little easier to grab. Right. prepped. Right up there. Not going to hang around on this edge too long. Right up here with the balls. All right, set that there. Go ahead and trim the excess off now. One more little run with the iron, and trim the excess off the edge here. Come on. Getting all this extra stuff because when I do the winglets, I don't want to have anything in the way, right? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and check out the gun real quick. So I got a little bit of wrinkles, a couple of wrinkles right down here. I don't want those. So hard to show it in camera. Oh, you can see them there. They're up there above my index finger. All that. Put them over here. They're basically running where my thumb is. Over here and here. It's really hard to show you the actual bubbles, and there's some right there. I got a little bit same spot over here, so I'm having trouble on these tips, right? Everywhere else, a little bit spotty here. We'll get it all done. We'll start with the top. We'll let the bottom breathe a little bit. Start getting on our iron for a little while. Gotta be careful, careful. All right. So I heat it up until the laminate moves. It'll actually spread out. It'll, right? It'll drop that piece of laminate. Basically, it relaxes that laminate. That laminate will go down. Okay. And you do need to put a little pressure on it. You can do it with the bean bags right here and just let the weight of the bean bag do it for you to get it back on there. I'm not pushing on it though. And we're trying to get it to adhere to the frame. That's all you're really trying to get it to do. Right? So, I don't know if that's really even going to come through on the camera, but I mean, that's about as good as we're going to get. Right? That's very, very glass-like. Small frame. That's down the time. All right, same thing. A whole bunch of wrinkly shit going on here. Let's get that out of here. And remember, when you're doing this, don't push. In other words, don't go at a right angle with this. Right? You want to let it bounce. Let that heat bounce off that frame in an easier way. You'll learn how to do it. Like I said, practice on an old frame, old laminate. You don't give a shit about. But if you warp it, which is probably what you'll end up doing, so you learn how to do it. And once you do it, you'll be like, I'm so glad I figured this out. I'm so glad I listened. But there you go. Then it's done like that. You can see that. When we get down here, it's still hot. I gotta get just a little bit little bit of weight on there, just a beanbag weight, right? And just maybe a little bit, teeny bit of down of pressure. Get the laminate down, right? I want it to stick and grab the foam. All those little hairs that we put sanded to get up. Flip her over, do the same thing, repeat the process. Let me check in with the chat here. Chat, what do you have to say? We've got 8 of you in here. Let's keep going. We started talking for a while. I'm just going to backtrack here and go ahead and see what we're writing here. Man, they sting you like a few times over the amount you need for a wing, huh? Yep. Very good. I like that because it's a good way to fix it. Well, you're talking to the chat now, Ed Ricker. Ed in here, right? Hello, Shelby. Yes, FF is going on. Oh, Fluffest is going on right now. I was hoping to go, but oh well. That one's something to learn on. You probably could. Yeah, I would imagine you could do this. I mean, for the price point, I don't see why you wouldn't want to get this frame. What did we say it was? $60 all in shipped? Yeah, I think it was $60 flat. It's $39 for the frame and $20 for shipping because of where he's located. He's in Nova Scotia, and that's where the TBRC cuts their frames from, and or Newfoundland, I think. I can't remember. It's somewhere up there. It's up north. And anyways, shipping's a little much. Okay, I think it's worth it. I think this probably this would be a good, little framed up bash and crash and learn on a little bit. But it's also versatile. I'm starting to see that. I mean, you really uncork this thing. If you put the right components in this thing, you can get this thing ripping fast. And other people have already done that. I haven't done it yet. I need to see it. I got to see it. And it's off the sheet. It's cool. I hear it. I see snippets. I've got to see it in person, right? It's just the way I am. I have high hopes. There's no reason why it won't. I mean, it's just a scaled down spec. That can be what it is. So it should do just fine. I'm going to check durability once we go ahead and finish up this method. Continue on with what chat had to say. Chat then said, via Steve, a regular spec wing would be better to learn wing flying, the smaller one. That's true, and that's kind of where my hesitancy lied, which is, yeah, you could. I mean, Assassin's small, but yet the Assassin's bigger than this, which is Crash Test Hobby. I always tell people to go get a Crash Test Hobby when you start out with. Crash Test Hobby is cheap. They give you the list of components. They're cheap. Those frames are designed mainly for combat flying, basically bash and crash like a crash up derby with wings. Okay, and that's the concept. So what a better frame to learn on, right? Just to learn. If you're going to learn LOS, get an Assassin. They're cheap, durable, build them the way Lee tells you to build them. It's actually where you get some of this tape method from. And be money well spent. Or you spend a little extra money, or actually probably the same. Get this, depending on how your skill set, you'd be able to bash this thing around for quite a while, right? I have a feeling this is going to last quite a bit. But the Assassin definitely will do it for you. We got Big Lou in the house. Big, tall, sexy. This is what Lou has to have played every time he comes into chat. That's right, kids. I'm Big Lou. I fly wings. Yeah. Sorry, Lou. I love you. Big Lou says, I like SOS. It flies great. Reinforcement leading edge because you will push it to the extreme. You got it, buddy. That's exactly right. That's requiring some assistance to survive a crash. Got that on there. I'm almost thinking I might need a little bit more. Back to Rue. Rue is finishing his bibliography here. Agreed. Standard size spec wing is one of my favorites. I missed my V3 already. I know. It's only been 72 hours, and I bet you miss it. Folks, that was his first wing that he officially lost, right? I guess you're not officially. It's not I don't know how to describe it. We've all had that first wing where we lost and we never got it back, right? Well, that's what he's going through right now. Mr. Rue. Oh. A little slow now on the buttons. Don't worry, I'm just here, not very talky. Oh, Mogi is here. All right, sweet man. Mugwai. I guess because you were gallivanting around other chats last night. That's why. Mogi was at Brock's chat, I think. He's going everywhere, man. I wore out. What do you say right here? Homeland, we got double A. Okay, I'll take that insight. Thanks. I don't know what that was pertaining to, but something I have to say. Glad you're learning something. That's the main point. He's hanging with us. We go down here to double A. The reason I asked is because of weight factor. I learned acro quadcopter flight by staying sub 250. Now I have all the way. I guess you have one. Now I've gone all the way to 6-inch now, or now I've gone all the way to 6-inch, but I prefer 3-inch, 3 inches to date. I'm gonna start teaching English classes. Sorry, just kidding. Splash a little laughter on that one, but I have to. Oh, I've pounded in my head, and my grammar sucks at times, so she corrects me all the time. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go, bromance going on. Small wings are fun, but they are a twitch for sure. Dial in some expo, and it can help out. Sure. Absolutely right. These smaller frames are going to be much twitchier. I love my assassin. Yeah, my assassin's sitting there hanging on the wall, man. I don't know if you guys can see it in my viewer, but it's right there. See it? It's hanging over my shoulder. Weatherman, I am not. But that's the assassin, right? That's my very first wing. And I'll hang on to it because of that. Then I put FPV gear on it and flew it like crap. I guess they're all laughing at Big Lou because I did the sounds. There we go, good enough. So yeah, this frame's gonna be good. Built well, man, it really is. Yeah, sound test, right? Wood on here. All right, the bottom definitely needs to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same method again. This time I'm gonna actually try to reapply a little bit of heat. So I'm gonna drop my heat down on my heat gun. And then I'm gonna heat this frame up right at a time. Okay. Boom. Remember what I said, if it doesn't drop that wrinkle and you're seeing other wrinkles drop out, move. Never just hang on your frame, stay on a spot with your heat gun. You got to keep moving around. That's why I'm always wiggling it and whatnot. All right. It's over. I want to get all this stuff in there nice. Like I said, this is legit on art. People who can lam stuff and lam it to glass, right? Make it glass. I really find that's a neat skill to have. Like it makes the wings fly so much better when they're completely glass. Like this one's looking really good right here. Remember, I dropped the heat on my iron because it's already applying heat using the gun. The problem that people don't understand is when you apply heat on the frame and then you go and put a hot heat gun to the temps that you're going to put the laminate on. Does that make sense? You are more risk to warping the frame. Checking it over. Making sure it looks good. All right, we'll do the other side now. Looks good. Touch it up again later when at the end of the build, see if it needs it again. Right there, we're just trying to make sure we're getting the laminate on there as best we can. No spot right here, see it? It'll get you. You think you're going to sit there for a while, it'll get you. Be an optical illusion, it'll get you. The next thing you're like, why do I have this big divot in my frame? Right there. No divot, but it was starting to be a little better. Touch up. One wrinkle. Why that spot decided to do that? I'm just trying to work the wrinkle out. Much better. Yeah, looking good to me. So that's what you're looking for, nice, smooth. And we're building this thing like we're going to compete with it, but we're not. We're actually just going to go past the shit out of it. I mean, this is the one I have high hopes for this. I really do. I hope this turns out to, be the one I can just pull out of the car and go, all right, let's go. And then we're going to go in, small, tight spots. I mean, this is going to really open up a lot of ideas for me. But this one spot's really happy with me. Hang around on it. One spot he does not want to settle. I have to concede. Got it. All right, good. Got it out. Now let me feel it. I feel like it needs just a little more on the leading edge. But then I'm fearing I'm going to put too much weight on it, right? I don't want it to weigh. It's supposed to be sub 250, right? All right, let's weigh it in. That's what we did the last time. Let's weigh this frame. Let's find out what we got. All right. All right, fired it up. See what she's weighing in at. 70 if I lay her flat. Stick her on her nose, see if I can balance and get some more weight. 70 is about right. So 70, what we're coming in at right now. So we're still under 250. See how we go along this journey when I get the rest of the parts, because I got to go ahead and order them. So all this is going to do now is I'm going to let this frame sit. Okay, I'm going to go put it on. I have another bench, completely level bench. Off screen, it's over another room. I was gonna go live from that location. That's actually where I've done it in the past, my vlogs and stuff. Got much better lighting, but all my tools are here and I'm building, and so it would just be like I'd have to keep coming back here to grab stuff. So I said, screw it, not worth it. But anyways, it's gonna go sit over there, and it's gonna sit over for as long as it needs until I can get the parts in. Once the parts are in, we're good to go, and we'll start tackling that and get this one up. This one right here is going to be the one that we made in next weekend, I believe. I can get the parts in by that and get this installed. Because all we have left, which do on Monday or whenever I can get to it, maybe even tomorrow if I come in. Get the elevons cut, put them on. According to directions, the way I'm going to Z-hinge them, but build the elevons, get them installed, put the winglets on, get them installed, and do a little bit more, and that's about it, because I really do have to wait for the rest of the gear to come in. So there's that one. I'll slide this over here. Hold on real quick. Okay, so that puts us back to where we originally started the other week. Okay, so building is, as far as building goes right now, we're pretty done for the moment with builds, just for the moment. As far as laying, starting a new one, right? It's just going to be till once we get the SOS done. We'll go on to the jug, I think. Well, I'll leave it up to you guys. Whatever you guys decide. Let me get this prepped because I know where I'm heading, which is I got to eventually go to my house. 20 minutes away. Pick up my gear to drive back another 20 minutes to then attempt. I really want to get this flying. I know Rue wants to get this thing flying. I know some other people in the chat that may not be here or may be here. They want to get this up line. They want to see the maiden. I want to see the maiden. I want to see what this camera puts out. I really, really do. I want to see if I can finally achieve what I've been trying to achieve, which is actually get quality HD footage out of a spec lane, let alone a super spec. I don't recall ever flying one of these. I might have flown this one at CFL last year, I guess it was, 2020. I can't remember. Might have. I can't remember. But either way, so the process of doing this, though, is going to take a couple hours. So I don't know if I'm going to go back live doing it. I don't know. If I do it, it would be tomorrow. Yeah, but I know what I do want to do, and I know what Rue wants to. I'm going to change that ESC out of that damn NanoDrax so we can get that shit up tonight. It's happening. We're doing that. Checking with the chat here. Let's see what the chat has to say. NanoDrax, when it shows up, we'll be building it. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're building your Nano when it shows up. Let me rephrase that. I will be guiding you as you use your hands and brain power to fucking build it. This is sweet. Yep, so we got the new Nano with the Lightning coming in. Talk about the flight pack bag too. Oh yeah, you got the Sky Pack from Click. Click offered a package deal. I don't know how the details went, but the bottom line is that's what you got, and I want to get it too. It's basically just a travel case for all your gear, right? It catered to us. Well, catered to drones, I guess. We're going to find out when you get it, right? You're going to bring it here and we're going to look at it. The thing is sick looking. Wow. Which one are we referring to? This one, of course. They're both looking really good. Can't wait to see the little one go. I really, really want to see that. This is my new Lambo right here. Like, my Mini Drax, my Lambo, and this is my other Lambo. Now, this would be my Ferrari. How's that? This is my... Right? It's my Ferrari. Okay. Everyone needs a Lambo and a Ferrari, right? Let me see. The Insta360 Go 2 is pretty great for small aircraft, and I agree with you, Omega, on that one. However, my factor of not going, or my deciding factor for not going with it, is anytime I've put anything on any of these spec frames, I don't care what camera it is, I don't care what it is. The minute I induce anything that breaks this airflow in the center section, it drastically changes the way it flies. Like tremendous, like it's just like it's you can't capture that moment again of the way it's flying just naturally, right? Number two, the Insta360 is prone to breaking. Like it's gonna break. That thing is not like a GoPro housed unit. You know, I didn't realize how much it was. I'm like, well, I guess the prices have gone up, but still, it was just like, I don't know. I think I'd rather run a little bit of a risk running this way, but I'll be able to encase my whole unit into the frame. Let's see what else we got right here, and probably build me a new spec wing frame at some point too. Yeah, we'll see about that. What's the 5-bar thing? Oh, that's Spectrum's part of their logo. One of my sponsors. NanoDrax is shipping it in the Sky Pack. Oh, no kidding, dude. Really? Oh, that's sweet. That's even better, man. That's awesome. What camera is on it? On here, this is the Harsier V2 Caddx. So that's that split cam. So, Big Lou. Got the, I don't know how well you can see it down there, but I'll show you. Two lenses, FPV cam, and then your HD cam. I mean, it's such a small form factor that I could probably get away with running another standard nose piece that I've used in the past. I have, these are the hardcore 44 ones. Oh yeah, little tweak it fit. Of course, that's the wrong nose piece, but it would fit. So again, you need to take extra care with this. It's going to take a little while to get the wiring management figure it out for it, right? It's going to take a little while. It's especially with the ribbon cable being the issue. And I still like this one right here, man. But it's shipping in the Sky Pack. That is actually really good. All right, I need to take a quick 5. I've got to use the restroom. So let me go ahead and throw my timer back up. And I'll be right back. Myself, gentlemen's break. Throw that up. So give me just a couple minutes. Do what I need to do. If I can get my timer, that'd be great. I guess I can't do that. I'm gonna have to do this. I got to do it. All right, be right back. All right, I'm right here. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm talking to Click in the background. Get that. I'm gonna find that come up after the fact. Okay. All right, cool. I got all this going, but I'm just talking to Click in the background. And trying to square away from a few things there. This. So, cancel. Yeah. Talking to Click. So we were talking about that wing that I'm trying to get out to him. Okay, and we're going to see what we can do with that. If we, we're going to talk about it some more. We're probably going to do a live chat, or not a live chat, between he and I. A video chat and show and talk and see what's going to happen.
Oh, yes.
See if we can't get this out to the masses. We'll see what happens. Just things are starting. Let's throw it over here. All right, where are we at here? Let me see. Thinking always requires Jeopardy theme song. Doing anything does. Okay. All right. So let me get enough. Let's figure out what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now. I don't know if I'll go live later because my attention needs to be when I'm doing these electronics, especially from yesterday. But I need to have a little less distractions. So to accomplish that, I probably won't go live when I do that. We'll see what happens, but I don't want to do 2 lives in one day. If I go live 2 times in one day, that's probably because I'm going to fly somewhere and want to show you guys what we're doing. That's usually what I do when I do one of these and then go out and do another one. If you ever see like a late live stream during the week, that's typically because we're flying somewhere and we're trying to show you. So yeah, I'm already looking at it. I'm looking at 3 hours. Yeah, minimum, possibly 4 from beginning to end. And that's not even including me having to go get the equipment that I need to get. This thing is looking so good. It really is. And I'm just so happy with the way this one has turned out. Everything is just flush and nice. It's all on there, good and solid the way it's supposed to be built. As best I can. Click methods. You can just hear it. It's amazing. So, all right, what I need to do is go ahead and start wrapping things up. I need to go ahead and get some food. Everyone's enjoyed it. We've been on for 2 hours yet again. And I think we had a good time. So I believe it is that time where we just start parting ways and, go do our thing. But it's been fun. So we'll do, if I do another live stream between now and Monday, that's because I'm going live to fly. That means I'm at a location and, hey, tune in, check it out. We're flying. We'll try to get you guys, I'm not going to go live unless I can get you guys an ability to see what we're doing via our goggles. So it might be HD if we got Ed and Brew and all them and we can plug it in my computer, or it's going to be analog. But either way, tune in because it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure we'll be doing something at some point. So I guess that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys tuning in every single day during the week. Kind of turn this into a little bit of a regular thing, and we'll keep doing it as long as we can, right? We'll enjoy it. As long as you guys are getting something out of it and you're enjoying the time here, then I'll keep going live. I guess that's it. We'll call this a wrap. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Till next time, remember, love you all. Go get you some. I'm out.